Do you know that there's a widget called Placeholder in Flutter? So in this video, we are going to talk about it. Stay with me. Hi there, this is Imaneo. Welcome to my channel. So in this video, we are going to talk about Placeholder. So it's a widget and it's not complicated. It's very simple, and I will keep this video short. As I said, we are gonna have some short videos. It's because I wanted to keep myself committed to publish a video every week, and these days I'm super busy, and that's why I decided to have some short videos to just keep the regular weekly videos here. So Placeholder is a very simple widget. It's here. I will put the link in the description. Basically, it's a placeholder. It's a widget that you can put it in your UI before implementing the components. You can just determine the parts of the UI that you want to implement. So I have a project here. It's an empty project. Let me remove all the comments. Okay, now I've removed all the comments here, and now let's replace this center widget with a placeholder to see how does it look like. Yeah, and yeah, if you hot reload, you see that it's just a square with a cross mark in center or inside that. And yeah, it's helpful for when you want to design a complicated widget and you are not sure to use which widget in your design. So you are gonna use placeholder, and later you will replace it with another widget. So suppose that you have a container, for example, and inside that, and as a wrapper, we are gonna have an aspect ratio, and yeah, for example, it is 2, and color is colors.gray. Yeah, and so let's make it center and with a margin of 28. And yeah, so suppose that inside that you are gonna design a row for a product item or anything else that shows an image here. So let's change the aspect ratio to something like 3. Yeah, so suppose that you want to show an image here and a title here. So at first you can just design the layout. For example, we can have a child, which is a row, and inside that you are gonna have, for example, aspect ratio again, and it's 1. We want to have a square image, and as a child you are not going to implement the finalized image version here. You are just need to put a placeholder. Yeah, suppose that here is going to be an image, and yeah, as you see, it takes all the space here, but we want to have some space around it. So either we can add a padding here, or we can wrap it with a padding to add the space. For example, we can say edge insets all 8. And yeah, so here you can implement your design instead of working on the finalized version of the image. And in the last step, you can just replace this placeholder with an image or a widget or anything else that you can use here. And here you can continue the design. For example, here we are gonna have a text with product name, and for example, you can change the text size. Yeah, for example, font size is 28, and yeah, you see that you need to have a space between your widget and your title, and you are gonna have a sized box. Width is 8, for example. And yeah, so this way you design the layout. And for example, suppose that you are gonna have an arrow button here and you don't have the icon yet. So for now, you can just continue the design. You can have expanded here, and child is a container. And after that, yeah, we need to remove the const here. Yeah, and now we can have a placeholder here, and we can wrap it with a size box. For example, we are gonna use width of 24 and height of 24. Yeah, as you see, we have the space or the placeholder here for the arrow icon. And now we can see the finalized layout of the row that we are designing, and later we can just replace these with the image or with the widgets that we want. And yeah, so basically you can change the color, you can change the stroke width. For example, here we can use colors.red for here, or for here we can just change the color to something like colors.blue or purple. Yeah, and also you can change the stroke width. Yeah, it's a very simple and handy widget. You can use it to implement the layout of the app, and later you can just replace it with the finalized version of the widget. And yeah, so that's it. It's just a simple widget that I wanted to talk about. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe the channel, and stay tuned for the next videos. Bye.